What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman, aka Allfires. Now, no one can deny that the beginning of Marvel Phase 4 has felt a little bit different than the MCU that we're used to, and there's some very obvious reasons for that. We're watching TV shows on Disney Plus instead of films in the theaters. There were some very obvious rewrites to both of these shows, rescripting and retelling of the narrative because of COVID delays, and obviously the absence of some characters we've grown used to, the shadow of Chris Evans' Captain America, and of course Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man. Now, of the other OG Avengers that are still left, all of them are getting their own franchise of some sort. Black Widow, Scarlett Johansson for the first time this summer, Hawkeye has his own show in the fall on Disney Plus, and Thor, of course, is headed for his fourth installment of his solo franchise. But there's one character in particular, the last holdout from the OG Avengers that's not dead and gone or upcoming in Phase 4, the Hulk, that has nothing on the radar, but that may be about to change according to recent reports and rumors that they're developing an upcoming solo Hulk film. We're going to break down why this was a little complicated, everything that's been said in the last week about the secret films over at Marvel, what could be going on, and then even speculate a little bit as to which storylines could be involved in the upcoming solo Hulk film. There are still a lot of them, and a chance for Marvel Studios to do right by the Hulk in the way the fans feel like they didn't during the Infinity War, which we're going to talk about as well. We're going to break down everything for the upcoming solo Hulk film being rumored for Marvel Phase 4 or 5. But first, if you could grab the subscribe button, we're still giving away a PlayStation 5 now at 900,000 subscribers, as well as Disney Plus subscriptions every Friday while the shows are live. If you want to be entered to win, all you have to do, hit that sub button, then leave a comment down below. And if you want, stick around to the end of the video. We'll get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Now, if you guys are wondering why the Hulk didn't get the solo film treatment that the rest of the Avengers got during the Infinity Saga, it basically comes down to the rights for the character. In the same way that Namor's rights were owned by Universal, Hulk was as well, which means if they wanted to do their own solo Hulk film, they'd have to work with that studio, have some sort of agreement, much in the way they have with Sony in the way that they do Spider-Man. Now, we've had a ton of reports in the last 2 years that the rights for both Namor and Hulk have been reassumed by Marvel Studios and Disney, but they've never confirmed anything of the sort. However, the newest rumor, and as reported by InsideTheMagic.net and several other outlets under the headline Hulk reportedly has a solo film coming, is saying that of all these quote-unquote secret films that are in the pipeline right now for Marvel Studios development, one of them is a solo Hulk film. The reason I had this whole little preamble after the prologue here about the rights, this would mean that at some point Marvel Studios reassumed the rights from Universal. In order to do that, they can't do a Hulk solo film without it. However, there are still a lot of stories left to tell for the Hulk, and they left his character in a way, well, that sort of didn't please fans. One of the biggest points of contention about the Hulk's character arc during the Infinity Saga, one of the biggest assumptions about Avengers Endgame, was that we would eventually see Hulk as one of the most powerful characters in all his glory, a rematch with Thanos, and none of that happened. In fact, they decided to go the Professor Hulk route, which is sort of the obvious, and when it comes to all the versions of Hulk that fans love, Worldbreaker Hulk, Heart of the Monster Hulk, Professor Hulk is not usually listed at the top. In fact, it was a systematic downgrading of his power set amongst the rest of the Avengers instead of the upgrading that fans were looking for. So in this light, there is still a lot of story to tell, a lot of power set and versions of the Hulk left to explore that would make sense in this, space of the narrative where we're going with Secret Wars. What's more than that, one key matchup, one key introduction of a character that is super important to the MCU that for the first time Marvel Studios has the ability to do, and that would be the introduction of Wolverine the way that it happened in the comics, very famously on the cover of Hulk 181, even though, yes, comic fans love to tell you that Wolverine actually showed up at the end of Hulk 180. He's on the cover of and is considered the first appearance in 181, a matchup between the Hulk and Wolverine. It's as classic Marvel comics come. This image is basically known and recreated, enumerated all across the fandom, and now again for the first time, Marvel Studios has the rights to Wolverine and could choose to do this matchup on the big screen. I think this is an opportunity that Marvel Studios can't miss. I think that this is fan service in the way that we've all been waiting for so long. And so if I had to guess where and how this will happen, where he's going to show up past his next cameo, which by the way has been confirmed by Marvel Studios in December, he will be showing up in the She-Hulk. And if you know anything about her backstory, after Jennifer Walters gets shot, she needs a blood transfusion from her cousin, who's Bruce Banner. And I said that there was no way that they were going to pull that off in the show without showing us Bruce Banner. Marvel fans expect to see that. They're going to have to call in the big guns for the CGI, knowing what's up and in front of her, taking that blood transfusion from who should still be a Professor Hulk. It's pretty easy to see how this all goes down. Now, one other detail that was revealed about this possible solo Hulk film is that it could introduce other versions of the Hulk, and I don't think they're going to go full Planet Hulk with that, but the only reason I bring that up is that you have characters like Amadeus Cho, you have other characters that aren't truly Hulks like Hulkling, but other Hulks that do exist in the MCU. Obviously, we're getting a She-Hulk. It could be that this film helps do that, but I would rather see a film that focuses on the Bruce Banner narrative and one of those other versions of Hulk, like I said, Worldbreaker Hulk, Heart of the Monster Hulk, where he's at his absolute top power level. That's what fans of the Hulk really want to see. Another reason I bring this up about other Hulks in the MCU, famously, we've all been patiently waiting on William Hurt, who's played Thunderbolt Ross, to turn into his version of the Red Hulk, considering he's been around in the entirety of the Infinity Saga. As I often joke, probably had more lines than Falcon did during Infinity War. He's been there at the whole time. Civil War, the end of Avengers Endgame. When is he turning into the Red Hulk? There is a new rumor that says Marvel Studios may be trying to distance themselves from him, given some of the stuff that has happened outside in his personal life. I wouldn't put too much stock on that. Those same rumors said that this Marvel Studios was going to split from Renner due to his messy divorce last year. That stuff is all hearsay. I'm thinking they just don't have the right opportunity for it yet, but I would much rather see Bruce Banner, Mark Ruffalo get his own solo movie than them prioritize other versions of the Hulk instead. Yes, please still give me Red Hulk, give me She-Hulk, but also give Bruce Banner his own solo due. Every other OG Avenger is getting it, so if they've got the rights back from Universal, this is something I definitely want to see. Guys, let me know down in the comments, if you had your way, which specific version of the Hulk would you hope that they do? Which storyline do you think they would follow? And do you agree with me? If you're bringing Hulk back in any way, please give us the classic Marvel matchup, Wolverine versus Hulk, for Wolverine's introduction. Or shoot, it doesn't even have to be his introduction. Let us just get the matchup. I'm all ears, guys. Let me know down in the comments as always. And quickly, let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. We're still giving away a PlayStation 5 now at 900,000 subscribers. Disney Plus subscriptions every Friday while the shows are live. We're about to announce some brand new prizes as soon as we lock them down here at the channel as well. If you want to be entered to win, all the same rules will always apply for future prizes as well. Hit the subscribe button because you need to be a subscriber, then leave a comment down below. Because it's truly random, the more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners will be selected randomly and then announced at the end of videos the same way we're doing here. The best way to keep up with the content here at the channel is to hit the notification bell with notifications turned on. And as always, if you liked today's video, I'd appreciate it if you hit the like button. My name's Michael Roman. You can find me over on Instagram and Twitter at IamFires. You can also find me on Spotify, YouTube, and any other platform where you find original music under All Fires. Thanks so much for checking out the channel, guys, and stick around. We'll be posting again real soon.